Hey, what's going on? It's Kevan, Kenney, hanging out in the New York City Billboard offices with Sleeping with Sirens. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's good?
Just hanging.
You guys are just very nice guests. You performed a couple songs, including Legends, which I want to talk about, the new single off the new album that's dropping September 22nd. But you guys have been busy the past couple weeks. You were in Cleveland, right, for the APMAs?
We were, yeah.
What is that award show like? Is this a fan of your style of music, post-hardcore, pop punk, whatever you want to call it, punk rock music, right? That must be a fun award show.
It's a circus, I like to say.
Yeah, so many people.
Mike Shea, like I see him running around the entire time, just going crazy because it's a lot of band dudes in one small location. It's a lot of our friends and stuff, but it gets very chaotic.
And then you add
You
add free alcohol in the mix
Yeah,
with a bunch of
bar,
band
right?
guys that have been on tour and
Give bands free alcohol on an off day. It's just
But it's a lot of fun. I mean, we've done it like 3 years now, and it's always a blast going back. We performed this time, so
I
it
was
was
gonna
cool.
say, I saw you guys have a cool on your YouTube page, like a rehearsal footage of you
Yeah.
guys getting ready.
Yeah, we performed with this kids choir called the Singing Angels and stuff, and it was great. It was really cool. They sounded awesome.
Yeah, they're always the APMAs are always really creative with the performances, so I like to tune in, and that sounds like it was with yours. You probably performed Legends, I'm guessing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Good guess.
That is the song of the moment. It's a huge song. It's an anthemic song, and it kind of reminds me of maybe like a Fall Out Boy Centuries or like a Victorious, from a band like Panic. And I love songs like that, those big anthemic kind of sports crossover songs. And this is obviously turning into one of those. Did you set out to write a song like that?
Not at all, man. I think our band is very we like to just write the music we want to write. There's like no agenda or anything, and that song just kind of came about in a weird way. Like we had the music for it, and it just kind of felt that way. And then the lyrics that came because of that ends up being Legends, and it wasn't like, hey, we should write a Fall Out Boy song. It just, but it does kind of have a similar vibe, and that's a huge compliment to be compared to them because we love that band. So.
Well, it has a really positive vibe too, right? It's very encouraging. Was that important heading into?
I think so. I think, that's kind of our message as a band. We, the world we live in right now is very strange, and there's a lot of dark shit going on. So we always kind of try to lean more to the lighter things. And I think that everyone can relate to feeling like maybe someday they can accomplish the dreams or goals they want. And that's something that I think is important to hear and to have put in your ears. So that's something that we're really proud to write.
Definitely. You talk about dreams, you talk about goals in the song, obviously the theme of the song. What were your dreams and goals as kids? Was it always to be in a band like this, or were there any aspirations maybe we'd be surprised about?
I actually wanted to be an artist
Okay.
before being in a band. I really enjoyed drawing and painting, and I thought that it'd be really fun to be an artist.
Okay.
I was always good at video games and music growing up, so I guess I picked music and that worked.
Yeah.
yeah, and I either wanted to be a musician or a magician.
Do you know any magic tricks?
No, I'm terrible. So I have really weird fingers. I'm
Stop.
triple jointed.
Whoa.
But that hindered me with
Whoa.
doing card tricks
Touch
and
it.
doing. Push it. So.
Yeah, I hate when he does that. It grosses me out.
So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stick to playing guitar. So
Sometimes
That was the dream.
lock up though, so you gotta watch.
Dude, you
Yeah.
know what? If the band doesn't work out, you can always go be a circus freak.
I'm down. I'm not scared.
The camaraderie. I want to talk about the video really quick. 'Cause
Circus
it's
freak.
Roast each other.
The video for Legends is awesome, and it's very 80s, if you want to call it Tron-esque. It's also kind of it's an extension of the album artwork for Gossip that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But I saw it was a lyric video. It's listed as a lyric video. The lyrics are on the screen, but you guys are in it. It's a pretty awesome video. Is that a lyric video, or is that going to be the proper music video as well?
It is a lyric video.
Okay.
Yeah. It was just kind of like one of these last minute things we did on our UK run that we just did. So we're like, let's shoot something, and it ended up being really cool. But it's awesome footage to have lyrics too. So
Absolutely.
it's pretty much a music video.
It's like that fine line of that's a lyric video, but also a music video. Maybe we're in a different category with that video. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like I watched the whole thing. I was like, "That's an epic video." And then I was like, "Lyric video? That was just the lyric video." But it's a really cool. It's a a ton of special effects. Was it just you guys in a green screen room?
Yeah,
Yep.
that was really weird.
Yeah, it must have been an interesting way to shoot a video, right?
Yeah, it's definitely interesting because you don't really know where to look or what's going on. I mean, you see all the buildings and everything coming up, and
And we
makes
had to play this song 3 times as fast.
yeah, we had to play it
Oh no way!
Yeah, we play it sped up, so it looks a little more epic, I guess, in the video. So we're just ripping through this song. It's pretty
Our
intense.
drummer's back there just sweating in this hot room.
It was so hot at the music shoot. It was pretty gnarly. Good times though.
We're going to get to some fan questions at the end of this interview that they submitted for this through Reddit, through Twitter, through Facebook. And they're really fascinated, as am I, about how Legends became the official song of the U.S. hockey team. Congratulations, by the way. That's a huge honor.
It's the U.S. Olympics.
U.S.
team.
Olympic
Yeah.
hockey team. Okay.
No,
Wait,
just
the whole Olympics?
The
Yeah,
USA,
USA
team.
team.
Yeah.
We're team. It's the Team USA theme
Oh my
song.
gosh, that's
not
crazy.
just hockey.
That's even bigger than I originally thought. So how did that happen?
We don't know.
We don't know.
That was another situation. I feel like our band is our backstory kind of goes with the stars aligning, just kind of luck, timing. The Olympics were in search of a
Benji
song.
Madden.
Benji Madden, yeah, our manager, just right place at the right time. Someone was at the studio. He played them a demo of Legends, and they immediately just kind of fell in love with the song. And the due date when they needed it was the date that we got it mixed in the studio, and everything just kind of lined up perfectly, and we couldn't be more humbled and stoked about.
Wow, that's a pretty
doing
epic
that.
story. That's crazy. Congratulations again. I mean, that must
Thank
just
you.
be like
Thanks.
surreal. Like that's
It's-
the Olympics. Like that's wild.
It's still sinking in.
Yeah, it's not real to me yet.
Yeah. Unreal. So I want to talk about the album Gossip. It's out September 22nd. That is what the Legends will be off of. Is the sound of Legends indicative of what the rest of the record's going to sound like?
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Quick to answer.
Kind
but
of.
I mean, it fits on the record for sure, but it's not like it's not a record of songs that sound like that. There's a lot of different stuff that's going on this album that I'm really proud of. I think that there's a lot of soul that went into it, and there's a lot of like raw rockness, but there's also some pop and there's just like a little bit of everything sprinkled in. It's a cool listen. I feel like you start at the beginning of the record and get all the way to the end, and it's exciting, I think.
Absolutely.
I've heard you say that it's a dark record. It's a dark record with some hopefulness, and I was just wondering, what was it about your guys' lives during this writing process that led to that effect on the record? That it was it a dark time in your guys' life personally? Was it a
Yeah.
place where you were searching for hope, or
It was a weird year for us, I think, for all of us.
Couple years.
Yeah, a couple years. And, I think that it definitely translates on the record. I wouldn't say that it's dark as in it's like really sad or anything. It has a lot of dark content, but the music isn't that way, like it comes across in a positive way. But there's a lot of dark lyrical content that goes on because I was dealing with a lot of shit. So
I know I've heard you guys also say that this is the first Sirens record that sounds uniquely like you guys, which I thought was really interesting. I think you credited it to the producer you worked with on the record. But what does that mean? Is this the first record that's going to sound uniquely like you?
I think the thing that makes it special is that it's really raw. Everything that you hear on the record is us, like no special like sugar sprinkled on top. Our producer David Bendith, he tells me every single day that he shows people the record and they go, "This is Kellen singing," and he's like, "This is Kellen singing without any auto-tune or anything." So it's like we put the work in. I mean, I spent 8 hours a day in the vocal booth singing. Jack spent 8 hours a day upstairs playing guitar. Nick spent even longer playing guitar. It's the longest we've ever spent doing a record, and it definitely shows. And it's not like one of those things that you just do real quick and then polish later on. It's an old rock record. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, we kind of went through like hell and back. Every day me and Kellen would get to the studio. We give each other a hug, and he'd be down there for 8 hours, and I'd be upstairs for 8 hours, and that was it. Day's over, go to sleep, do it again.
That was so depressing when you said it like that.
Day's
like
over,
boot
go to
camp,
bed,
right?
wake up. But I had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Something that I'm sure is going to be a blast is you guys are headed out on tour late August, playing intimate shows, intimate venues leading up to the release of the record. What can we expect from your live show?
we just, kind of what we did today. I mean, I feel like we just go up there and we have as much fun as we can, and every night we try to make a little bit different. I think that just is a credit to us just not being very good at rehearsing, but but we're really good at going on stage and just kind of feeling and seizing the moment, and we're just really excited to have something a little bit more stripped back. I mean, it's gonna be full band, but it's gonna be really small shows so we can see everybody, and it's gonna be really special.
Yeah, we got to kind of knock the dust off the boots. We've been in the studio for half the year, and I think there's a really good way to kind of kick off, going into Gossip and getting the wheels greased, and just touring a lot from here on out for forever. So it's kind of the start to a very long journey with Gossip, which we're very excited about.
Yeah, I think we started January 5th. and that doesn't even. I can't even remember any of it. It's so long ago.
Blur, those 8-hour days.
We're ready to get back on tour for sure.
Well, again, tour kicks off late August. Tickets are probably available through social media, through your website.
Yeah.
And the album, again, Gossip, out everywhere September 22nd. Be sure to pick it up. Be sure to stream it. And guys, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you. We appreciate it.